Hello, Tampa Bay. Hello, Orlando. Hope you're having a good day. Hope your spirits are high. Shoulders are back. Just put them back. It always feels great to stand up straight with your shoulders back. That posture is the posture of success, the posture of confidence. They say 50% or more of communication is nonverbal. And that posture you do, the way you hold yourself, the way you keep your head high, that informs your whole body. It informs your full holistic system in a time when constant voices are saying, be fearful, submit. These terrible words, they've always been doing this. Look, they've been doing it since the days of the pharaohs and before then. Some little wannabe God always telling us to, oh, watch out. I heard lightning. You need me to be your God. I'll protect you from the thunderstorm. We've heard that a million times. It's fake news. We call that mythology when you study it in school, right? But now we know it's fake news, the same thing. Fake news is not a partisan thing. It's a thing that infects us from both sides of the political aisle, unfortunately. Look at what they did to Congressman Thomas Massey, who voted and said, hey, I just want you guys to be accountable for what you're going to vote for. $2.5 trillion handout to all these special interests and a few crumbs to us. I want you guys to go on record, put your names down for this stuff if you're going to go and create the largest handout in American history. And you saw how John Kerry and President Trump circled the wagons. They united and tried to excoriate that representative for just following his oath. He apparently is one of those old-fashioned guys that says, hey, I swear to take an oath to the Constitution that I'm going to defend it and uphold it at all times. So he read the rules, and he's trying to keep these lawless little weirdos in D.C. to follow the rules too, and they want to destroy him for it. So we know that fake news can come from both sides. And we know that wannabe gods have always wanted to rule us when times are tough or strange or different. But nevertheless, freedom wins in the end. Nevertheless, those who pursue virtue and self-empowerment, we're the ones that will inherit the earth. Not through force, but through meekness, through forbearance, through goodness, through keeping a mindset of joy, loving our neighbor, not through the barrel of a gun. That's the way of the old order from all the little squawk box on television and so forth, that hive mind media. Their weapons are that of coercion. Our weapons are that of love and goodness, mercy and gentleness, meekness. And against such thing, there is no condemnation. There is no ability to lose with those things emanating from our lives as we seek to be the role models that we want in our lives. We can't look to any heroes to save us. But what we can do is get to work serving those around us. I want to let you know, if you are listening right now and you know there's a lot of people hurting in the community, maybe you know someone that needs groceries, maybe you know someone that's in a really destitute situation, health-wise or financially, you can call us at 727-587-1040. Tell us a story. We will use this platform as a vehicle to get the word out about people who need something. Whatever it is, that's what neighbors come together. That's what this spontaneous coming together is all about. People used to sit around the radio in the living room and hear stories and hear bulletins about what was going on in the world, and they still do. But now you get to be a part of it in a more interactive way through spreading this message on social media, through getting the word out. If you know an elderly person who's in a bad situation, they can't get food, they can't get medication, they can't afford it, or they're out of work and they're in a really tight spot and they don't just want to surrender to darkness, they want to pull themselves up. Maybe you have a story you'd want to share that we can shine a spotlight through our media platform. You could call us at 727-587-1040. You don't have to talk about it on air. Just tell us off air, and we'll look into it and see what we can do. This is a community radio program. Just because we believe in personhood doesn't mean we are islands unto ourselves. We believe that community is really based on sovereign persons taking responsibility for their neighbor's situation. Again, through their own choice, their own risky excellence that they choose to imbue. That's what the Good Samaritan did. When the Good Samaritan looked across and saw the man suffering, beaten to a bloody mess in the wilderness, he didn't think about the risk to him. Well, how will this make me look? I'm helping someone who has a different religion than me, who hates me, who's been trained from day one to see me as scum. And that Samaritan didn't think that, or at least he didn't let that thought stay in his mind and his body. And he didn't think about, well, what's going to happen to me? What if this guy's sick? Or what if this guy is bait for some kind of hidden robbers that are going to come out and grab me and beat me up too? He didn't think of anything about himself. And you know what else he didn't need? He didn't need a bureaucrat from Caesar coming and telling him, you must help your neighbor or else, like government wannabe gods do in our time. No. What made his choice so beautiful is that he took action. He took the initiative. He didn't wait. He didn't ponder all the different little factors of mitigating his risk. He did the opposite. He engaged in what I call risky excellence. And he went to his neighbor. He went to someone who is considered his foe, his enemy. So if you're a diehard Republican, he went to a radical Democrat socialist. And if you're a progressive leftist, he went to the most right-wing nationalist that you so are taught to detest. And he said, I'm going to help him. Doesn't matter what the cost is to me. I'm going to help him. I don't need to wait for a commissar to give me authority. I'm going to help this person, tend to his wounds, get him a hotel, get him on his own feet, pay for the tab, and beyond. That's what the Good Samaritan did. That's not something you can replicate with a bureaucratic decree. That's not something you can make happen through a new law or a new round of stimulus from on high. It happens each and every day, and every moment, and every choice that presents itself to us. It's fully in your hands. You have that power. You have that sovereignty to make the choice. And there are so many opportunities to do it beautifully each moment we have. We're only here for just a few decades, We get, if we're lucky, 80, 90 years, maybe 100 if you eat your ribeyes every day. Use that time on this earth wisely. Don't be reactive. Don't be passive and waiting for dictation. You get out there and be excellent, even if it's risky. Be beautiful. Give people dignity. Give people some joy. Give people some knowledge, some education. Give people a smile and a laugh. They could use it. That's what's important. Serving your neighbor. What a novel concept. Did you ever hear a newsman tell you that? Don't worry about the nightly news. You won't hear that there. God bless them. They're doing the best they can. They know not what they do. But you and I, together, one day at a time, are going to create the environment that we desire. We desire mercy, not sacrifice. Godspeed.